pizza at our house tonight, so I'm going to show you how to make a no yeast pizza dough, and then we'll finish it up and turn it into a healthier pepperoni pizza. I know pepperoni pizza doesn't sound healthy, but it actually can be a little healthier if we do a little bit of earlier preparation to get some of the fat out of the pepperonis. So they're kind of a reduced fat version, I guess you'd say. We'll get started. First off, I'm going to use the dough hook on the mixer. Do 1 1/3 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Put down the hook and give this a quick, I don't think the recipe necessarily says to do that, but I usually like to just kind of get it incorporated. Next we'll add in half a cup of milk. I used powdered milk. And now we'll just mix this up, and while we do that we'll add in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Just drizzle it in. I'm going to stop this and scrape the bowl and start it back up again. Our dough has formed a ball, so we're going to flour our surface and start kneading it for about 10 times. Now we'll cover our dough with our bowl and let it rest for 10 minutes. While our dough is resting, we're going to start on our pepperonis. So what I'd like to do is grab a bowl, you could use a plate, some paper towel. I get my pepperoni, about a serving of pepperonis, and I just kind of spread them out a little bit, kind of wrap them in the paper towel. I'm going to microwave them. Quite a bit of the fat will actually come out in the paper, so when I go to put them on my pizza, it's a lot less is going to be in the pepperonis than it is going to be on the paper towel. It's been about 10 minutes since our dough started resting. Get a little bit of flour. You can also use cornmeal. It's whatever your preference is. You want to make sure there's plenty of flour down. I'm just going to press it out. Usually this is an easier technique to me. If you feel like your dough is just not working for you, then feel free to get your rolling pin out. Crust is all rolled out. I'm going to put it in my multi-cooking oven on the pizza setting. They recommend an oven at 400 degrees for about 8 minutes just to get the crust started cooking, and then we'll add our sauce and our toppings. It's been 5 minutes for this, so we'll start to build our pizza. Came out nice and toasty brown. Put some sauce on. I'm just using a jarred sauce. If you want, you can make your own. Sometimes I do that. This is for convenience, so I just picked up a jar. One thing that I will say is try to look at the amount of sugar that's in them. They do have sugar as one of the ingredients, and that's just to cut some of the tartness of the tomato, and that's pretty common. If you make your own, you can omit it, but this one only has 4 grams of sugar for the serving, so that's not too bad. That's about a teaspoon of sugar, so I'm not too concerned about that. Again, we're having pizza. I feel like we have a pretty good amount on. I got a reduced fat cheese. Just another way to get the nutrients of dairy and not get all of the fat calories. Still little things that we can do. Little things add up. Okay, now we'll put on our pepperonis. You can see quite a bit of that grease got soaked up by the paper towel. easily do veggies. Really just as a demonstration, I decided I would do pepperoni. Pepperoni is also my husband's favorite. Back in for about 5 more minutes. Pizza is out of the oven and looks tasty. I hope you enjoy your pizza.